Hey. Welcome back to another episode On the Couch with JC. I got my man KM in the house. That was his joint you just heard, and that was decent right there. I like that shit, man. I like that shit.
I appreciate that. You know, motherfucker in the middle of getting everything.
Sing it up a little louder so they can hear you now.
We are, what's up, everybody? KM, man. Moneybag representing, man. We in the middle of getting all of this music together. Just touch back down in the world, JC, and I'm just trying to do what I'm doing. So I appreciate the fact that you say you enjoy it. That's what I'm trying to do.
I like that joint right there. I remember you played me the other song, and I was like, man, I need you to come like this because that's decent. I need you to. I know I heard your songs before you went in, so I know how you can come. You know what I'm saying? So what we gonna do right now, we gonna start off with your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Where you come from and stuff, where you was raised, how you was raised, and all that.
I come from the west side of Chicago, Oak City, what they call it. You know what I'm saying? Central Park and 12th to be exact. I had a modest upbringing, decent family background, 2-parent background, you know, raised in the churches, and chose to just explore other venues and shit like that, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Went off to college and shit, did that. But I always had this little passion for music at a real young age.
What college did you go to?
Went to Wilberforce University in Ohio.
Okay.
Across the street from Central State, HBCU.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
And that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? A different experience. That first piece of freedom and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How many years did you do that?
I did. I did like 2 semesters or some shit like that.
Hey, that ain't bad because I know some motherfuckers went and got them and didn't even stay that long.
Hey, yeah, I got kicked out too.
It is what it is. You come back home and get into the rap thing?
Huh?
When you came back home from college, you got into the rap thing?
I was already doing the rap thing by the time in college. I was doing the rap thing in college. You know what I'm saying? That was something I was known for. In college and shit, I was a rapper and shit. I was battling back then and shit. So yeah, bringing that Chicago flavor to Ohio and as a smelt pot of people. But I met some decent people in college with doing music and just on some life shit. Some motherfuckers I keep in contact with right now to this day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
when you got back, you know, you said you was rapping in college. When you got back, did you take it serious where you started hitting the studios? Like, at what point did you take this rap thing serious?
Shit, let me see.
I understand you was doing it in college, but was you, and I understand you was battling. When did you start hitting the studios and start, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when you was doing videos, I remember you doing the videos. So where did you really take this shit serious? Like, man, this is me right here. This is what I'm gonna do.
Man, so like you know, I've been doing it for a long time. So even when I was doing videos, like, I wouldn't say I was serious. Like, I would say I was serious and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I had so much going on and shit. Like, I never really focused on that shit. My first real attempt at taking it like serious was like 2014.
2014
was like taking it serious. That's when I went and got my DMI and my ass caps, and you know what I'm saying, started learning like the business side of music, opposed to just being that nigga that can rap, that's writing raps and rapping around the blocks and shit and doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Nothing with the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's building like monetary value for what I'm doing. I was just getting recognition and shit like that. So I did a lot of music, but I wasn't setting myself up. I wasn't grinding the way I was supposed to. But in 2014, I had put this project together called the Starving Artist Project.
The Starving Artist?
Yeah, I that's one of my little self monikers and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The Starving Artist and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was my attempt at giving music like my all and shit, like being serious with it and trying to build something from it. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, my approach, you know what I'm saying, was real lackadaisical. You know what I'm saying? So it came out kind of mediocre. Okay. I dropped it in November of 2014, and I started taking music a little more serious. But I was tweaking this shit, dealing with a woman and other little shit, trying to balance everything and not going 100% like I supposed to be doing. I supposed to be going at that time, but I released it though.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get back to that. I want to go into Fox, the upbringing. You came up on the block, you know what I'm saying? I was also raised on.
Yeah.
Definitely. How many siblings?
Shit.
Both mother, father side. How many siblings you got?
Man, it's 3 on my mom's side, and it's 4 of us on my dad's side.
Where you line up at on both sides?
Like on my dad's side, I'm the oldest. On my mom's side, I'm the middle. I got an older brother.
And of course, coming up on the block, was you getting into shit other than rap? Like,
yeah. I mean,
you stayed in a lot of motherfucking trouble, in other words?
Yeah. You know I did. I was wild. I was wild. What Rainbow used to call the Broad Street Book.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, but you know, that was some shit that, honestly, if I'm being 100% honest on my job, that was just me mimicking what I saw, right? And me trying to be the person I felt like I was taught to be by, you know what I'm saying, the people that brought me up, my mama, you know what I'm saying, my pops, you know what I'm saying, Wayne, you know what I'm saying, those big homies on the block, you, the Ramos, the JPs, you know what I'm saying.
And shout out to them, shout out to them.
Definitely shout out to them, Spit, you know what I'm saying, South Buck, Boo, you know what I'm saying. All that shit molded me. You know,
Black Herb,
Dirty Herb, Dirty, rest in peace.
Lil D, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, D.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Mike J.
Allen, rest in peace.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy Herb, rest in peace, Tommy Herb. Wayne Jackson. The list, that's crazy.
It's a lot of them that's not here.
Rest in peace, Tremaine.
Man, rest in peace, Tremaine.
Rest in peace, good.
So, all right, now back to this music thing. You said that was mediocre, but you still took it serious. What let you know that it was mediocre? Like the reviews, people were saying it. Like, and I remember you got up with bags and everything. when did y'all, you know what I'm saying, get started? I already know how y'all met. We all met up on the block, you know what I'm saying? We all grew up on Central Park and 12th Place. When did you and Bag take it to the point where we gonna form this thing together?
Man, that's good. I got a song called Facts where I was talking about that shit. Me and Bag went to school together and shit. And back when I was in school with him and shit, he used to come through the block and shit and kick it with me.
Speak up a little loud.
Me and Bags went to school together. We went to Lane Tech together and shit. And we got kicked out of Lane Tech together and shit. Ended up going to this alternative school, Millburn. It was on like Superior and Bishop or some shit like that. Like right off Ashland and Chicago Avenue.
Okay, I know where it's
okay. You know,
that was like a somewhat of a how can I put it?
It was a second chance school.
Basically, I wanted to say like the Bad Boys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? Yeah, it was definitely that. It was definitely that. But that turned out to be a blessing in disguise for me, but that's another story. So in Millburn, me and Bad became like tight, so he used to come through the block and shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And kick it with me and shit. He knew at the time I was rapping and shit, but like I say, back then I was still on some battles and shit. Like I ain't really know how to formulate a song and shit back then, and we ain't had no idea what was gonna happen back then. But after high school, I went off to college, and me and him kind of lost touch. I kind of got off into some other shit. And one day a nigga was in like Walmart or some shit with me. I was fucking with Keisha back then. I don't know if you remember Keisha and shit. I was fucking with Keisha, and I was in Walmart and I seen him. And he was like, "Hey, you still rapping?" Yeah, you know, I fuck with that shit. He was like, "Man, you was like one of the coldest niggas, no cap. I swear to God."
True,
like,
true.
I can call him right now, and he'll tell you, he was like, "Man, you was one of the coldest niggas I ever heard. Man, you was raw. Let's do something." So what you talking about? So man, like I got like a garage band, and I got a mic, man. We could put a leg together and stars and shit. Man, like I thought he was playing. You know, homie, for real. I gave him my number. He called. I got up with his ass, and he was like recording in like a closet on the garage band and shit. Like I said, I got a song called Facts, and I talk about that shit.
What's the name of the label?
Damn, it's called The Shade. Damn, I feel bad as hell. I'm high as hell.
It's cool.
Damn. Hold on, man. I'm finna tell you right now, because I definitely got to. Back then we was money bag. Back then we was money bag. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been gone on my little bit that I just did, you know what I'm saying? It came back. It's been changed.
We gonna get into all that right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I'm cool with that. Yeah. My fault too. Yeah.
Hey.
High Spirits Recording.
High Spirits Recording?
Yeah.
Okay. And right now, how many artists is?
Shit, I'm really like his only artist. Like I'm the only nigga he want. I know that sounds weird and it sounds like I'm capping on some.
You're the only motherfucker you want to fuck with.
I'm the only motherfucker he say he want to. Like he recorded a lot of motherfuckers.
But I understand, cause like I always knew he had talent.
Yeah, like he fucked with me hard. So
yeah.
And on my mama, when he said that shit and we went to his crib, and like I said, he got the little computer with a little Mac set up, nice little condenser mic, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't know what to do with this shit. I had a little experience on the shit from when I was fucking with like C-Note and shit. C-Note taught me. Shout out to C-Note.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He taught me a lot of shit. So when we first started off, I was like recording and mixing everything and shit. Like, and mind you, I'm not like great at this shit. I could just make it like listenable and shit. I'm experimenting with shit. I got a decent ear for that shit. Okay. I'm experimenting with shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, but and from that it blossomed into what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? Check out High Spirit Recording.
High Spirit Recording, y'all.
Moneybag the producer. Shout out my boy Pharaoh, The Night Room. Shout out Eli. Get it tuned. In 6 months, they definitely gonna have the best studio in Chicago. Lake in St. Louis, 3450 West. Lake, 3450 West Lake, man. They doing all type of EP deals, $50 an hour sessions for why do that EP deals and all of that. Just had to plug that. Just had to plug that.
Man, do all the plugging you want.
But yeah,
promote that shit, push that shit.
Yeah. Bro told me that he definitely believes in my talent and my vision that I had with my music. He been rocking with me since then. So, like I said, in 2014, we did the Star of Artist project.
So after the Star of Artist, what came out next?
Shit. I was dropping little shit here and there on Facebook, but I didn't have another project after that. That's what I say. I was bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to get my personal life in order and maintain and shit. You know what happened when you balancing 1,000 different things with two hands and shit, something bound to fall and shit.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do a relationship thing.
Oh, man.
So, okay. Let's get into the relationship thing right before you got locked up, you know what I'm saying? Let's get, like, first of all, when you got locked up, let's talk about that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because that happened in what year?
2017.
2017. So 3 years after you know what I'm saying, you dropped your thing, you know what I'm saying, 2017. What happened that caused you, you know what I'm saying? What happened, basically?
You know, when I was in prison?
Yeah, led you to even get to prison. If you don't mind talking about it.
Nah, hell nah, like it's done. Man, I went to prison on a DV charge.
Okay.
With somebody I had been dealing with for multiple years. I mean, long story short.
I mean, is you that type though for something like that, DV, or was it?
I mean, I can't sit here and say no. In that instance, that's not what it was. But I mean,
in that instance, so meaning, basically, you really didn't do that
before. I didn't do that shit on my shit.
Okay.
I didn't do that shit. But I was there. And she was tweeting. You know.
All right. Well, I mean, okay, it happened. You ended up doing the time. How was it being in there during that time? You know what I'm saying? Was it hard for you? Did you have a lot of problems while you was in there?
I mean, a lot of problems. I mean, nah, but it's gonna always be problems. It was shit, but man, the prison was an experience. I'm appreciative of it now, especially now that it's behind. I felt like this when I was in there and shit because I was able to see the growth. I hate that it was for what it was for, especially with all the shit the nigga had done in his life and shit. It was like, man, I always heard some shit like, God got a funny way of cultivating us. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a prime example. You know what I'm saying? But it gave me the time to sit and reflect on me and get to know me. You know what I'm saying? And get comfortable with me and shit. It made me realize how uncomfortable I was with myself. You know what I'm saying? Before prison and shit. Was it problems and shit? Of course. You know what I'm saying? There's always problems. I got little scars and shit that I'ma always remember that shit about the experience is. So was it hard? It was hard mentally. Okay. Being away from the people that I care about, that care about me. And, you know what I'm saying? Having certain things just stripped away from you and shit like that fucked you up mentally and shit as a man, as the type of man I am, the type of man I was raised to become. Shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They got a saying for that shit. That's 10 toes. I always been 10 toes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I try to pride myself on being as honest as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I had a situation with hey, I ain't gonna lie, Jay-Z. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Prison made me realize there's some strong motherfuckers in the world. Hey. I swear to God, I was appreciative for all the lessons, like coming up, all the ass whooping, getting whooped, but that made me realize it's some strong motherfuckers. So, like, I'm glad that, man, I miss my Uncle Sully Palm. thank God for people like Sully Palmer. And
so I take it you went in that backyard. He thought you had a box too.
Hell yeah.
He took me in that backyard.
You already
you know.
He snake bite jabs and
all. Oh yeah, he taught me the basics. You know what I'm saying?
That material shit. Put your body with it.
Man, shout out to Sully Palmer, rest in peace, man. Yeah, because he was a blessing. He was a blessing. Real talk.
I carry those other things I carry with me through life and shit. And the shit that I had to have in my mind in prison to get through and shit, because they definitely try to. It just be small cornball and shit, but it made me appreciate the little things and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, prison put a lot of shit in perspective for me. So it was a fucked up experience, but it was a blessing at the same time. I know that sounds cliche as hell, but
not really. Not really.
Like the nigga that just get out of jail.
I mean, yeah, but
that's you know. Alright,
but all right. Well, put it this way: being that you've been through that and everything already, what would you say you could have done now that you know? What could you done different? You know what I'm saying? Now that you think back on what caused you to get in there and all that, what was you done different had time was ever to go back?
Just
would you
let the situation alone? I was in a winning situation. Like my situation was winning. I wasn't even aware of it. This was like the woman that I love.
I mean, hey,
so I had a winning situation, but my heart was somewhere else. So I was always like going back over there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just a crazy little situation and shit. Where I'd have just walked away from the first time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like that Maya Angelou saying, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time, or something like that. I might not have to verbatim, but it's something within the lines of that. When they show you who you are, believe them, because I already did that shit. But I was like hell bent on people can change, type, you know what I'm saying, type of shit, knowing that the shit was toxic. She good people. We just ain't good for each other type shit. So it be like that. Yeah, it be like that. Yeah, I just left it alone. You know what I'm saying?
So check it. All right. So I'm gonna ask a few questions. Like one of them would be now with this new rappers, you've been gone for a couple of years. Who do you listen to now that you feel like okay, I'm feeling them? What rapper out now that you really like? Okay, I could see me doing something with them.
Yeah, I mean I could fuck with anybody, but who I fuck with,
like you know, I've always been since you've been out.
Since I've been out, shit, I swear to God, I don't even listen to a lot of music. I listen to like Tory Lanez. Okay. I fuck with Lil Baby. I think Lil Baby got it right now.
Yeah. I like him and the Baby. The Baby did too.
Oh yeah, I fuck with the Baby. He definitely in my playlist. Joyner Lucas. Okay. You know, I still fuck with the Kendrick Lamars and the J. Cole's, the Wale's. Wale like my favorite artist.
And even though when you first went in, they was like up and coming. Now they kind of like I wouldn't say old heads, not old heads, because they don't get me wrong, they still popping, but they're more, what's the word I'm looking for?
They hip hop.
Yeah, I, of course hip hop. I mean, like as far as their status goes, like they ain't new rappers no more. The Kendrick Lamars and
they elite.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. You know, they like the elite. Like back in the day, it was for me. It was the Jay-Z's and the Nas. So now they kind of in that spot now. You know what I'm saying?
That's the shit I like. I mean, it's like the new shit is, you know, motherfuckers have a hit, motherfuckers got decent little songs, but the newer rappers, not like in heavy rotation in my playlist.
Okay.
I fuck with who I fuck with before. I mean, it's some new additions and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause, but I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't even listen to a lot of rap. I be on some R&B shit.
You know what's crazy though? I think a lot of rappers would say that. You know what I'm saying?
That shit.
A lot of rappers don't listen
like
to it.
Up and coming niggas, like I fuck with the up and coming niggas and shit. Yeah, but like rappers, they gotta be somebody I fuck with.
Okay, well, who would be your favorite rapper all time, living or dead? Well, let's just start with that's possibly who would be your favorite rapper all time, and then depending on your answer, I ask my next question.
Man,
because that motherfucker might not be here no more.
My favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know. If I had to pick anybody that I fuck with more than anything, it'd be Wale. I fuck with Wale.
Real talk. Do you feel like he underrated?
I feel like he unappreciated.
Yes, because real talk.
Wale's dope.
I love some Wale. Real talk. I bumped the shit out of Wale, and I think he cold as fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't see him. It to me, it's like he underrated. Like I don't hear motherfuckers talking about.
Rah.
Right. But his shit cold. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Wale.
Me too. Really, real talk. Real talk.
That'd be like that.
So that would be your favorite.
That's like a catastrophe of all time. Right now, yeah. I fuck with Wale. Like his whole catalog is dope. You know?
It is.
His whole catalog is dope. I fuck with Wale. I remember when he was fucking with the leader guys and fashion geek guys. He was doing shows up there and he was standing like. I think like the Lost or some shit up there. So he was doing shows for like clothes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When he was on the come up. The Barry Sanders freestyle and shit.
Well, of course, me being my age, Pac will always be my. Pac will always be my.
As always, I already know.
Yeah.
That's really shit.
Pac will always be my man of all time. You know what I'm saying? But living now.
Yeah.
It would definitely be, if I had a your top five. I'm going to give you my top five. And Wale is definitely in my top five. But of course, I love Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about those that's living now. Yeah, it would definitely be, and I ain't putting them in a specific order, but it'd definitely be Wale, definitely be Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a hard one between T.I. and Jeezy because to me they both on that same level of how they rap and everything. So between them two, because I'm trying to give out five, it was between them two. I want to say both of them, but I'm trying to put five in and they on the same category. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say T.I. Though I love the shit out of Jeezy too. They tied neck and neck, but I'm gonna roll with T.I. All right, so now I got the Wale, I got the Jay-Z, I got the T.I. I like Drake.
Drake dope.
I like Drake. Real talk. And he be throwing out some hits. My next one that's living, top five. I'm sorry. And I ain't talking those that's in the dual rap like the if I was to say who the group rappers, it would probably be the Locks. But I'm talking those. So my next one, five, Jim Jones.
Why? Because there's like that.
I be bumping the shit out of Jim Jones.
That Wasted Talent album, that motherfucker cold.
I bumped the shit out of Jim Jones, real talk. So that would be my top five. Now, who will be your top five?
Wale. This ain't no specific one.
Okay.
Who I fuck with right now? If I had a top five right now, that's living right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wale. Kendrick.
Okay.
Joyner Lucas. Gotta say Jay. I gotta put Jay in there. Like it just feels like.
I mean, he up there though. Jay-Z is throwing stuff. Yeah.
That might hit his man. Like, niggas be hating on my man. This nigga just. That's what I aspire to be. I want to be able to get in a position to talk.
I don't think I'll be shocked if he's not in majority not 85% of the people out here that's into hip hop. I don't see them having Jay-Z in their top five.
My number five, that was 4 right there.
Yeah.
My number 5, that's hard, but I gotta give it to Fab.
Fab?
He's so consistent. Man.
Okay.
Fab consistent. I like Fab. He like the flyest nigga I ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, and the way he put his shit
together so raw.
Yeah. I see that.
Fab, and then with the bars, man, you be saying saying? So he's another one of them underrated, underappreciated ass artists.
Yeah.
Fab Code.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. I can live with that top 5. Honorable mention though. I gotta shout out my boy Ab-Soul. Niggas sleep on Ab-Soul.
Ab-Soul.
We have the Kendrick Lamar.
I was gonna say because I don't think I heard him.
Ab-Soul.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check him
out.
out.
In the career tweet. I fuck with Ab-Soul. You know what I'm saying? He one of them lyrical, Lupe Fiasco ass niggas. He cold.
Yeah. Yeah. But shout out to the Locks because I love some Locks too. As far as hardcore group, I don't really see too many group, and they underrated to me. I don't see too many group rappers fucking with the Locks. Group rappers. I ain't talking about one-on-one. I'm talking about like as a group. If I was to pick one, it has to be the Locks. Them motherfuckers there from man. I say after they left Bad Boys though. When they got with Rough Riders, they started coming hard as shit to me.
You know the rap group I like though?
Who?
Method Man and Red.
Yeah, but they ain't no group though. They really ain't a duo. I mean, but them together though, yeah. Them legends right there.
Meth will be in my little top 10 list.
You know what will be in my top 10 that I didn't mention, but he one of the rawest rappers to me. Still, I didn't mention he one of the rawest. He might not be my top 5 favorite, but he in my top 10. He one of the rawest rappers out here to me. Andre 3000.
Man, he the best lyricist ever to me.
That motherfucker there.
Hey man, hey, yeah, pretty stacked.
Yeah. He one of the rawest rappers out here. Real talk.
Lyrically, that nigga just he over thorough. He over thorough.
Real talk. All right, so celebrity crush. What female are you crushing on?
I like dark skin.
Gabrielle Union? She's pretty as hell. I mean, my type is the Maya type. I've always been crazy about Maya. But my crush that when I see her, I'd be like, man, I would. Tracy Ross. That's one. 5 motherfucker. She got some big ass eyes. No offense, Tracy. But Tracy is fine as hell. What? Tracy Ross?
That black as shit.
Man, I be seeing that. I watch that simply. I mean, it's funny. I like the show. I love the show. But when I be seeing that in that show, I be looking at Tracy like, boy, Tracy bad as hell. She is.
Never cat suit shit. She had that just sounds creepy as hell.
Real talk.
But yeah.
So what's your I just played one of your hits at the beginning, but you got any other projects coming out?
Man,
I want to let the people know about.
I got the 5 at 85 album that I'm working on.
5 and 80.
5 at 85.
5 at 85.
That was the sentence they gave my number.
I was gonna say where they come from.
It's basically gonna entail the experience. You know what I'm saying? My experience of going to jail, going through being in prison, and shit, finally coming home, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
5 and 85.
Yeah.
You trying to anybody you trying to reach out to do some things with? You mentioned something about you doing something with a female. How would you rate that song? Because I know this one I just played, you really like that.
I fuck with that. I fuck with the song that you played at the beginning. I fuck with that. It's like just embracing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be so much shit, and people get so much to say, like these preconceived notions and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay. At one point in time in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was concerned about correcting those preconceived notions and what people thought about me. that song really just solidified me being like shit. Whatever motherfuckers gonna think about me, they gonna think. However motherfuckers feel about me, they gonna feel.
It is what it is.
I can, I can do the changes, and I definitely ain't gonna stress about it. So it's just embracing that shit.
And when you say feel about you talking about far as the rap you about to put out?
As far as me, period. As an overall person, period. Shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers quick to say they respect honesty and shit, but a lot of the times they don't and shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel so. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times you find yourself trying to tiptoe around certain things, but you don't want to offend motherfuckers. So that song is me saying, fuck it. If you offended, then it's meant for you.
It is what it is. Yeah.
And if you fuck with me, you do. If you don't, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to love people from a distance.
Right.
And that's just all the things that song is saying and shit. I think that's why I fuck with it. Shit.
Okay. Basically, it's like you gonna speak your truth regardless. Yeah, if you offend the motherfucker, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what this album is gonna be filled with. My truths. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be a lot of people that's probably not gonna agree with some of the things that I'm gonna say, but I'm only relaying it the way I saw it and shit. I ain't getting into a motherfucker based off what somebody says to me or some shit like that. It's based off of our weakness and shit. So as long as it's real to me, I'm hoping that people enjoy it when I put it out. You know what I'm saying? But if not, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy it.
Hey, that's all that matters right there. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a movie or a documentary and shit. Somebody, I'm documenting my thoughts, my feelings and shit. And that's all the songs are. Shit that I was feeling in them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that when people hear my music and shit, they feel what I was feeling in the moment that I was writing and shit, or the moment that thought came across to put that shit together and shit.
Okay. So any business, like trying to get into any type of serious business in the future? Is it just gonna be rap, or what are your goals and plans for the future other than rap?
Music is like my essence. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's where my heart is at. You know what I'm saying? Outside of like doing advocacy with like kids and like the youth and shit like that. Like, I gotta get past that shit. I really just want to stay focused, man. I'm really hoping that me doing this music right now can transcend to me, like writing for other artists and, you know what I'm saying, managing artists and things like that. Because I want to be a part of the music. I want to start doing like beats and maybe get my engineering and shit. Like, I ain't really big on feeling like I'm going to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Even still right now at this stage, at one point I didn't, but it's possible, but I want to be able to be doing something with it. You know what I'm saying? If it's artist development, which they don't do nowadays, it's my fucking game is crazy. I got this fucked up. That's just real shit.
You got to charge, or what type of charge you take?
I got it.
That's why. Yeah, go ahead, charge it up.
It don't get no realer than that, man. Real life consequences. I ain't gonna lie.
As long as that motherfucker ain't beat the thing, you need to be in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Stupid ass battery just low. This motherfucker think he is.
There's a plug over there if you need to plug up. Instead of having to weigh it across the room.
No, I'm trying to have to wear it in like super just like in camera and shit.
Go up some. That's crazy. You gotta pay for that?
Hell no.
You know, some people have to pay for being on house arrest.
Low battery, recharge unit.
I'm on GPS.
Okay.
Low battery, recharge unit.
I'm gonna share that with you. How long is you on that?
That motherfucker told me duration.
Duration?
There's only one way to interpret that motherfucker.
Shit. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
That's what he told my duration.
So,
Fuck that nigga.
after this house arrest, you're working now, right?
Yeah.
Where you work?
I work at the Jewels Warehouse through this company called Capstone.
But still, nigga, that's the Jewel's Warehouse. You know how That's a
Yeah,
good
it's a
job
blessing.
right there.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, I remember I tried to get in that motherfucker. They wouldn't even let me in.
Less than 30 days out. JP told me the same thing. Less than 30 days out.
Yeah,
Full-time job.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Making $15+ an hour. It's a start. You know, thank God.
Yeah,
Highly favored. Definitely feel highly favored.
man. Good shit. My little brother done it. It took him a minute to find something. He was out for a minute before he actually found the job. Now he's comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, so
And you parole to when?
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's just what 3 years away. This year almost over with. So, well, we got 7 more months. Hey,
Just stay the fuck out of trouble.
stay the hell out the way. That's all you gotta do.
Stay working. You know, I told you my ultimate plan is to get like my CDL,
Mm-hmm.
start messing with these trucks. So,
Yeah, it's good money in it, man. It's good money in it.
yeah.
Now, well, we was just getting something to eat this morning, and we was talking to dude. How you feel about this Corona shit, this pandemic, the virus? 'Cause you sound like you knew what you was talking about. You sounded good out there. I was like, man, I wish we could have had this on the show this morning. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Your opinion on it.
it's crazy. I feel the same way a lot of people feel. It's crazy, but at the same time, I think it's crazy how the masses will listen to what the next person's saying instead of going to figure it out for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, them people never told you this vaccine was a cure.
Right.
They told you exactly what it was. You just choose to hear what you want. I mean, but you know, it's gonna always be conspiracy theories and conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying?
Have you gotten the shot, or is you planning on?
Yeah. Actually, I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
The Johnson.
Yeah.
I got the one you have to take 2 shots. I honestly don't remember which one it was. Shit, but I did get vaccinated. You still wear your mask when you go out, because I know some people, if they got vaccinated, they feel like they don't have to wear a mask. And I'm like, shit, they ain't never say you couldn't catch that motherfucker after you.
They told you that it don't prevent you from catching it. It prevents the severity
Right.
of the the reaction to you catching it. But you can still catch it again with the vaccination.
Yeah.
They just, you know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace to those that we lost due to this.
Yeah.
You heard about Chuck?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the people of Chuck Snake.
Yeah. A friend of mine I went to school with named Tamika. Rest in peace to her. I just seen that. I want to say that was yesterday. And wow, it's like, we lost some people. And when this shit first came out, I didn't take it super serious until people I knew started dying from it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I always wore a mask. At one point, when I first started, when we was heading to wear the mask last year, I used to wear it just covering my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But as time went on, I realized, man, let me start covering up my nose too. Let me cover up every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like now, even though I've been vaccinated, I don't go to many public places without that motherfucker on. You know what I'm saying? I got to have that mask on.
I try to do the same shit now. I fail sometimes. I leave that motherfucker.
I was just gonna say, don't you hate when you getting out of a car or getting out from somewhere or walking from somewhere and you realize, damn, you got to go back and get your knife?
And I'm a fucking used to.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like that when I was just in prison and shit, but we was on lockdown so much that motherfucker didn't get no fuck about no message. You sitting in the fucking room.
I mean, but was it serious in there with the COVID?
Yeah.
Motherfucker was getting sick.
Yeah.
So
a motherfucker might have even died, you know, in the joint that I was in.
Yeah.
Like one like older guy died.
do you believe in that vitamin shit? I mean, I take vitamins. I take multivitamins, but you got a lot of people that believe that, you know, as long as you take your vitamins and these supplements, you know what I'm saying, it will fight off it where you won't get it. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people believe.
That you won't get now a big portion of what you said I can agree with. That you won't get it, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that it's not accurate, but I don't know. But I do know that like us, the way we genetically made up and shit, like the body is like really a self-healer. Medicines only speed up the process, and vitamins would be something that I think, I could be wrong now, so don't quote me on this, but vitamins could be maybe placed under like a type of medication and shit, because it just boosts. Vitamins are just to boost certain things within the body and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I definitely take multivitamins.
So with a boosted immune system, yeah, it's less likely for you to get it, but I don't think that vitamins will make it impossible for you to get it.
But when this shit first came out, it was they had, you know, watching social media, they had it when you bought the oranges with the sea salt and you stand over there and breathe in that. I done that shit, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the fuck was going on, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, you know, and they're just, some of us are just wired that way as humans, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker willing to try anything to try to prevent
survive. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That fight or flight shit for real. And most motherfuckers, the average motherfucker, ain't finna just lie down and die. No, gonna try to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Before you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna go out fighting type of shit. You know
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, this COVID shit is you know, that shit crazy.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about it.
Where you at with the politics? How you feel about politics?
Politics crazy. I choose not to even. Yeah, man, because it's one of those things like religion. It's designed just to keep up chaos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, shit, I just try to stay somewhat in tune, so I just ain't totally ignorant, you know, on, you know what I'm saying, on shit, you know what I'm saying? But I don't follow it like that. Like,
yeah, I honestly didn't start following it till Trump got into. I mean, I voted for Obama and I was happy to see a black man as a president, but even still, I wasn't really following politics like that. I always voted since the time I was able to vote, old enough to vote, but I wasn't following that shit. I didn't even think my vote made a difference. And to be honest, these days, it's hard to tell if your vote still make a difference, but I still get my ass out there and do what I got to do.
exactly.
But when Trump got in that seat, I just started just really paying attention. You know, seeing that this motherfucker wasn't even a politician and he became president. Like, is that easy? You know what I'm saying? Or is it that we just don't give a fuck as long as you got that money? Exactly. As long as you got that money, you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's what it seems like these days.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you wonder, should we even take politics serious when it comes down to something like that, where we can let somebody like him become president that wasn't even a politician? Just, man was a fucking, what's the name show, reality show star. And owned property and just became president just like that.
People, you know what I'm saying? But it's like this, though. This is how I thought about it. Like I said, I ain't not political and shit, so it's just like on some dumb, damn, layman's term type shit. You know what I'm saying? What is America, right? America is a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is a businessman. You know what I'm saying? He might not be the best businessman. You know what I'm saying? But he was
Some will argue with you.
Yeah, he's smart as hell, business-wise.
When I say some, I'm gonna speak on like because of Zach. He thinks Trump like the best businessman ever, but
Wouldn't say all that.
I argue with him about it because I look at it as, from my knowledge, I don't, just from my knowledge, how many times this man has filed bankruptcy. If you're a good businessman, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck? I mean, you basically beating people out when you file bankruptcy. I heard he done fucked over quite a few people with these businesses. How does that make him a good businessman? But your cousin would beg for different with you.
I mean, he up, right?
Yeah.
Is he a billionaire?
Is Trump a billionaire or is he just a millionaire?
He's a billionaire.
He's a billionaire? I mean, well, hey, yeah. But, at the same time, a lot of that shit was inherited. It wasn't like he was broke and became a millionaire or a billionaire.
But he made sense.
True.
I mean, I see, now it sounds like I'm defending him.
Hey, you just speaking what you feel, you know what I'm saying? It's your opinion.
Bankruptcy is the best thing. 50 Cent filed bankruptcy and shit. We remember how the big speculation was he was broke. But all the time that you file bankruptcy, don't necessarily
Of course.
that you're broke. It's just a business.
I filed bankruptcy twice, still. Not saying that I'm rich, but I haven't filed bankruptcy, so I know what it's for. You know what I'm saying? But looking at it from a business aspect and looking at how he filed bankruptcy is what was my argument as far as they saying he was the best businessman out there. Of course, he done what it took to protect his ass. But at the same time, like I said, hell, if I don't know, if my father left me with generation wealth, would I be able to maintain it? I think I could. Even though I was never taught how to manage money, I had to learn this shit on my own. My pops didn't show me. My mom's didn't have it like that. She never even had my mom always worked at grocery store, so she never made enough money to manage. You know what I'm saying? She basically lived from check to check. Right. So, but had I inherited millions of dollars, or my father helped me, gave me, loaned me, whatever, millions of dollars to get started, would I still have it today? Who knows? I probably would. You got so much of it where you can kind of jag it and still do what you got to do to make more. I mean, hey, that's what my judgment come in with as far as him. But an average motherfucker doing what he did, would he still be a billionaire? Do you see yourself? Let's just say, okay, your pops Wayne left you. Let's just say Wayne gave you $2 million and told you to get out there and start something or do something with yourself. Do you think? And he gave it to you like 15 years ago. Do you see yourself as still being a millionaire today off the $2 million that you got last year? Did your parents teach you how to manage money, or was that something you learned from them? Now, me knowing you, I know you always been a smart motherfucker.
My parents tried to teach me. Meaning, when I say tried to teach me, they taught me, but for a long time I ain't listened. And even still, like right now at 32 years old, like sometimes I spend that shit as quick as I get it.
Meaning, I said 15 years ago, meaning they would have gave you this money at the age of 19.
Yeah, 19. At 19 I was alive. I was traveling.
Right. So would you still have that? Would you have off that $2 million at the age of 19 to now?
Yeah. Whether it would have been through like music or fashion, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
As far as fashion.
What's up with my blood?
Doing this podcast with my boy Jay for the press. Mitch right back. My phone. I hear you, bro.
Alright. Now put your phone on vibrate, because ain't no answering the phone on the podcast. I got away. Alright.
Now what was I? What was I about to ask you? Shit. My train of thought. I just lost it all. Well, I know we was talking about money and about millions at the age of 9. As far as fashion, remember Dirty Filthy Dinner? I really feel like we should have kept that shit going. You know, when Dirty, rest in peace, left us, I felt like Zach should have kept it going. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Because that would have been like his legacy on top of that clothing line with that name and the style that we had just off the jackets and shit. I think that shit would have been raw as fuck.
Yeah, and it could have passed.
That now
it could have evolved into something big. And at that time, you know, shout out to Joe Freshgood, Terrell, Fat Tiger Workshop. You know, they was doing Vita Morte at the time. And fashion.
Why do that name sound so familiar, Vita Morte?
Because that's the clothing line that Brolin was doing at the time that I was, you know what I'm saying, fucking with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Advertising and shit. I put that shit in the music and shit. But at the time that shit happened with Dirty, and that they was trying to do motherfuckers got the jackets done and shit, and folks trying to do the clothing line.
The jogging suits. That was the next
all type of shit. I don't know if you remember, I had got a lot of little shit sketched up. A lot of little pieces sketched up and shit, but you know, Zach and Boo don't want to listen. They want to be the money men in the head and shit, but don't want to listen to shit. Don't know, you know what I'm saying? Didn't want to listen to shit class and shit. Motherfuckers would rather go get their own shit so they can, you know what I'm saying, instead of coming together on the idea and making it happen and shit. But you know, that's been a cycle with the 12 place.
I think that's our biggest problem.
Crab in the barrel.
Yeah.
Crab in the barrel syndrome.
Don't nobody want to.
Everybody want to be the man.
Exactly.
Don't want to really be the man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's not just us or that block. It's not about other people.
Yeah, but I can only speak for us. That's all I meant by that.
That's our problem.
That's
so
Chicago.
it's definitely a Chicago thing. We don't come together like we should. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we really don't. And as far as this gang banging shit, I mean, these day and age, it ain't like it was 25 years ago. You know, so it's like the gang banging shit should be really over with, even though it had at one point, I mean, it got to the point where it was like, fuck what gang in, it's a clique thing. Because you think about 12 place, everybody wasn't, you know what I'm saying, the same gang. Right, different gangs, but it was, but when I look at 12 place, because I always tell people this, when it come down, I gang bang over there on the other side of home. Mm-hmm. But when it came to 12 place, that was family.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
I
go gang bang somewhere else, but when I'm over here, I'm with family. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't really necessarily just clicking as a gang or anything. It's just family hanging together because everybody looked at one another as family. You know.
Exactly.
But even still, it was somewhat cliques within our clique. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. You know, I always do that anywhere, any type of circles and cliques. There'll always be cliques within cliques. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody gonna fuck with somebody hard. Mm-hmm. Somebody not gonna really fuck with somebody, but
because you know what I'm saying?
You like family and shit. So motherfuckers tolerate motherfuckers and shit. You don't fuck with everybody, but you tolerate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. That's how it really is with most motherfuckers. They don't fuck with motherfuckers, but they tolerate them. They acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They got enough little love for you. You know what I'm saying?
What do you miss? What do you miss from back? Let's say, let's give it, you 34, let's give it 14 years ago. What do you miss?
Phones.
Exactly. It should be, and it's crazy because I only cut it up so I wouldn't miss Lil D phone call. My little cousin Lil D, my intern, not here today. Kind of, I guess he was up late, so he overslept. I cut my phone up so I can, because I normally keep my shit on silent anyway. All right, but I cut it up so I can hear his call just in case I wasn't by the phone. But yeah, he must, you know, kicking it. 14 years old. Man, shout out to Lil D. You'll be here next week, little nigga. I'm gonna have you here next week.
Rest in peace, D.
What do you miss, rest in peace, D? What do you miss from 20 years ago? Because 20 years ago is a little different from, we older now, we gotta be a little bit more mature, a little bit, we can't even do the things we done 14 years ago. I said 20, 14 years ago when you was in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? What do you miss about back then that you can't even do now because in a way it's like you can't do the shit you've done in your 20s because you look kind of crazy. Even though you got some grown motherfuckers out here my age that still act like they fucking 25.
Just gather and chill. You know what I'm saying? You know how on 12 on them days you know everybody gonna at least stop through this bitch for just a minute and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I miss that. You know what I'm saying? It was more than 14 years ago. And I miss the unity.
Yeah.
I miss the unity. You know what I'm saying? Of being able to go down to grandma's cookhouse and be like, I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
And go in the kitchen and get something to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To know that a motherfucker was family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It really felt like family, not just saying and shit. You know what I'm saying? I miss that shit. I miss that more than anything. Other than that, I don't miss none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I miss the unity and shit.
Do you feel like after D and Dirty died, things just kind of fell apart for us? Like people started going their own separate ways somewhat?
I mean, hell yeah, that's exactly what happened. But you know, people grow, people change. So I ain't mad that people branched out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad that
I branched off when Miss Cook left. When Miss Cook died, that's when I kind of stopped coming around as much. I still come around, but not as much.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the deaths of both of them, like, super changed the dynamics of a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
It did.
You know, personally, I feel like a lot of shit changed because those were situations that, like, forced certain motherfuckers to stand on certain shit that motherfuckers really weren't trying to stand on no more. And opposed to just saying that ain't what a motherfucker was on, it was easier for motherfuckers to just go their own way. I felt like that a long time, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know, in the midst of tragedy, a lot of truths come out, and shit, them dying just allowed motherfuckers to act and move freely, you know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers didn't want to be bound to the life. There was a lot of bullshit going on, even before Broner got killed, you know what I'm saying? It was that we had a strong bond and shit, so a lot of shit got kept together and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of bullshit going on before all of that shit happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do you think it would be had them guys still been?
It'd probably be a lot different, man, because those two incidences had like a domino effect with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It definitely had a domino effect with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? With what they was unseeing them not even feeling normal and safe. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with Dada being killed on our front porch and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that shit didn't happen on 12th place. That shit happened around us, but it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So with that shit,
our time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that and that's what I'm speaking on with me coming up. Like, you know, shit happened. I remember Double J getting shot in our game wins, and shit like that. Like, look, you know, shit happened because it happens everywhere because it's Chicago. But the big shit like that, murders and shit, didn't happen on 12th place. 12th place was a safe haven.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we was always self-governed.
Like a sanctuary.
You know what I'm saying?
And everybody around in that neighborhood
they knew
looked
and
at us like
respected
that. You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
They knew and respected it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so shit. I definitely think shit'd be different. I think, you know, the optimist in me feel like, you know, we probably would still be banded together. You know what I'm saying? And certain motherfuckers do. So it'll be people that hear this shit and be like, he tripping. It ain't no different. We still, you know what I'm saying? But it go back to like what you said about cliques within cliques. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So certain people still fuck with certain people. So to them ain't shit changed because these are the people they was fucking with anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I see a motherfucker, I chunk the deuces to a motherfucker, or I shake a nigga hand, or greet a motherfucker with a half friendly hug and shit, and the motherfucker feel like, oh, that's me still fucking with the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it is to a certain extent, but you know, that's why I say unity. You know what I'm saying?
You miss the unity.
That's why I say unity and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It be so much shit with that shit, Chris, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had big moments on that block to where like that inspired me throughout life, and then I had big disappointments from that block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the same motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, it been so much shit that done happened over there and shit, like, to where like now I look at it differently. So now I can see why motherfuckers could leave that motherfucker and just do them, but still have love, you know, learning how to love a motherfucker from a distance and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was telling you about that situation with like that happened with Matt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But we ain't gonna name no names on that. That you know, get in, because if they're not here for us to really talk to them face to face, we just gonna leave that on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna mention no names. You know what I'm saying? Now we can always get that person to come up here and we can talk about it as men. And maybe that can reconcile a lot of shit if we can get motherfuckers to sit back and talk about this shit. Maybe. I'm just saying maybe. We don't know. You know. But we is been close to the end, so it's like, is there anything you would like to talk about or say to close this out? You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to throw out there, anything you want to promote?
I just want y'all to get in tune with KM, the artist.
Mm-hmm. How can we reach out to you? What social medias are you on?
Facebook, Kendrick KMC, TAMBE, Boy Terry, SoundCloud, KM aka Hercules. I'm setting up my iTunes page and all that shit as we speak right now. Okay. There's gonna be something regarding High Spirit Recordings and Moneybagg Entertainment.
High
Spirit Recording, Moneybagg Entertainment. 5 to 85 album. I'm thinking about dropping the Welcome Home mixtape. I really ain't big on like doing covers and rapping over other people's beats nowadays. I'm trying to have anything that I do push to be able to do it to get monetary value. You can get a lot of monetary value. I know I got to build my little fan base up anyway, so I might be dropping the Welcome Home mixtape in like the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Just stay in tune with that music, and you know, I'm just trying to keep things together.
Okay.
Keep things together, man.
Well, I mean, it's gonna happen for you because, like I said, when we first got up, when you came home, I always felt like you was one of the rawest motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? So I still feel that way,
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I think you can come out here and you get with the, not saying you're not with the right people, but you with your clique and your group get with some right motherfuckers that can push y'all. Yeah, I can see me hearing you on GCI in a minute,
yeah, man. I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, man. Or if it ain't me, it's gonna be something that I wrote that you're gonna hear on the radio real soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I guarantee that. So I'm just working on my craft and just staying out the way. Man. So
that's all we can do.
Yeah, man. So just stay in tune with that, man. Like I say, I got everything in the works right now, man. I'm building my iTunes page and videos. We can start shooting these videos, and you know what I'm saying. Get myself together, man. I'm trying to get this shit together, man.
Okay. Well, on that note, y'all, I would like to thank y'all for joining us on the Couch with JC, where we talk about any and everything. All opinions matter. Peace out.